Welcome back to the Moon Horoscopes Podcast. So, this is, for anyone that's new, weekly insight into your sun sign at a lunar level. So, this is a look at how the moon is impacting you every single day for about a week. This is actually going all the way through June 7th because I want to get all caught up and start a new cycle for you guys, since these podcasts actually go out starting every single Thursday. So I just want to have it all set and ready. Instead of it's Monday through Sunday, it'll now be Thursday to Thursday. Make it so much easier. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start first with Capricorn. This week, you, Capricorn, are going in circles as you are unsure of what to do next in your life. Midweek, you begin to look outside yourself and to look to the world instead. As you open your eyes to something bigger than yourself, you become inspired by the problems you see in the world and inspired to solve them. From a very deep place of love for your community and your new project, you begin to plan out ways to solve the problems that most excite you. Now, next week, you begin to invite others to participate in your new project. However, the form of communication you are using, well, it might not quite be working. Yet you are succeeding in really putting yourself out there. However, in the frustration around your lack of folks interested in your project, you just might decide to surrender any institutionalized and seemingly required forms of communication. So what this means is that your message will become so much more focused as you spread the word through various forms and mediums of communication instead of just using one. Great. So we're going to move on to Aquarius. This week, you are ready to take the leap, but you're slowed down by other people's opinions, critiques, and feelings about your life. This is stopping you from moving forward. Midweek, you strongly decide that other people's opinions can piss off. You are so over others telling you what to do with your life. Now, with this, you begin to move forward in your dreams now. You are letting others know that you will no longer be available for what they may have assumed you'd always be there for in their lives. Now, next week, you take the leap and you're able to move from point A to point B with very little effort. You are full of excitement and fun and panicness and nervousness and, well, all sorts of emotions. And you begin to surround yourself with things that make you happy and things that remind you of yourself. At a certain point, you do find yourself looking back on your recent past. And with lots of love, you are giving yourself space to have a few final grieving moments. Now, this moment will pass quickly as you jump back into the new, fun, and very happy reality you are creating for yourself. So, moving on to Pisces. This week, Pisces, you come across something that you would like to believe that there is only, well, let's say this differently. There's something in the world that says, you know what, there's only one way of doing things. And you might come across that this week. It's a very limited few, and you don't believe it to be true anyway, but you might feel that you're kind of trapped in this lie. Midweek, you begin to speak more of your truth about what you believe. This moves you to, it starts to move that depressing energy out, thankfully. Next week, you begin to push your voice out into the world through various platforms and establishments, and thankfully, your truth is finally heard. This transforms your very identity as you begin to show up more as professional with a strong voice and a strong view on the world. You are moving fully into speaking from a place of truth and stepping away from anything that attempts to control your level of communication. Great, moving on to Aries. Aries, this week you're showing off and you're such a great manifester in your life. You really know that your thoughts create your reality. So with closed eyes, you might sometimes powerfully visualize what you want. Now, change doesn't come right away, but you can feel how close you're getting. Midweek, you are carried away by others who feel like they have all the answers in your life. This interrupts all aspects of your life. You don't get a breather in the middle of this, but you may not know what to do besides just breathe. Next week, you suddenly realize you do have an answer. I mean, you are a powerful manifester and you do decide to visualize your way out of this situation. This tool works as a way for your body and your life to begin to transform. Slowly, others back away to admire your abilities, and this is a time where you are being seen. You're able to sit in your happiness, and you are finding pride in yourself as a creator for so many different parts of your life. So Taurus, this week you are moving forward in your life, but someone may be nagging you. They may feel like you owe them an apology for something having been recently spoken. However, you are in full resistance because you know what? You do not believe you are wrong for speaking your mind. Now, midweek, you pause all forward movement as you aim to center yourself among this judgment. You're finding your sense of peace through anything that brings you into the present moment. And you're successful, and peace does finally find you. With this inner peace, you continue to move forward in your life, but you're quickly disturbed as the nagging feeling returns again. Now, next week, you decide to separate out from whatever it has been that has been moving you forward in your life. Now, as you do, something funny happens. You quickly realize that you feel so much better the further away you get from that old tool. In fact, the old tool was a part of the nagging feeling, and now it's gone. This opens up space for you to create something brand new that will drive your life forward. Now, the old nagging does come back, and whoever it's attached to and the people in your life, they may wonder why you are moving on without them and be adding a lot of judgment into your life. Yet, you're learning how to have boundaries with others in your world as you press forward into your own life. Now, moving on to Gemini. This week, something happens that challenges your idea of what is real in the world. You are experiencing something that was never supposed to happen. Seriously, all signs point to no, and your mind is blown as nothing is equaling up as you know it should. Midweek, you begin looking at what you've been told versus your experience as you test out what is true for you. What you find is that some of what you've been told does not test to be true in reality. You also learn that some of what you intuitively know does indeed test to be true in reality. Next week, you find yourself under the temptation to play, fall in love, do what you love, or participate in addictive behaviors. And you're so tempted by this. But all you really want to do is focus without distractions. But other people have demands and they want your attention, and it's starting to make you angry. You begin to search for the truth in other people's requests of your time instead. Your verbal questions may not feel comfortable for some folks, yet you have no time for anyone that cannot handle the truth right now. After this experience, you begin to seek truth in all aspects of your personal life and not just in your current experiences. Things get deep this week, Gemini. Great. So, Cancer, this week you are showing off how successful, bright, and beautiful you are to the world. However, you feel judgment for not fitting into familiar paths to success. This pressure to conform sends you running into isolation, where you tone down your vibe as a form of protection. Midweek, you suddenly realize that you know exactly what to do with this situation. Just shine bright. You resist the urge to hide and come out again into the world. As a result, towards the start of next week, you may find that others are giving to you. This giving comes from a place of love, and the tone is changed from judgment to healing, as others simply want to offer you anything that will make your life better. However, you do not want everything, okay? You want some of it, but not all of what everyone is giving to you. And out of not being satisfied, you just stop everything and you just reject what you are being given by everyone. This is where you have a new realization. You can ask for what you want. And this transforms everything in your life. Now you extend a hand out to those wealthy folks that can give to you effortlessly. Those highly abundant folks might be caught off guard by your asking, as this is totally new, but they do give you what you are requesting. During this time, you are learning that you can ask for what you want instead of only receiving what others want to give to you. Fantastic.